combining some corn. This is some of that real good corn that got hailed on, you know. That's why I stopped here at the truck to show you. I'm going to pull up here and get kind of lined up, and I'm going to show you what the corn looks like. It's kind of sad looking corn. Real little kernels. I don't know if you guys can tell how small some of them kernels are, but I mean, that's like popcorn. But it is what it is. Making about 40 bushel at the moment. And no grain cart today. This was about 10 miles away from the main farm here, so we're not running a grain cart today because frankly, with 40 bushel corn, I can just stop to dump every 6.5 acres or so. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I'm gonna pause this here, and once I get up to the field here, I get this dumped off, we're gonna go ahead and I'll fire up the old glasses again, and we'll kind of show you what it's like combining some really terrible corn. I know that's all what everyone wants to see is some combining terrible corn, but you know, it's just not all. It's not all fun and games, I guess, here. You know, there's a lot of risk involved with this farming business that people don't understand, and I guess I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some of that risk today. Got done dumping, and the reason this is farmed the way it's farmed is for pheasant hunting. The guy that I rent this from has pheasant hunters, and this is how he wants it done so you can hunt it, and if the corn's wet or whatever and we can't harvest it, we already have the hay off. And this actually works good. I don't mind it. It's a little bit of a hassle, but I don't really mind it too bad. But you can see that corn's just terrible. This field was plagued with drowned with too much water in the spring, had water standing in a whole bunch of spots, as you'll see in this. I gotta go to the other end of these trees here and get up here. But it was plagued with water holes and was wet. A lot of it drowned it out. And, after this was planted, it was probably 3 inches tall, 2-3 inches tall, just out of the ground. And we got 4 inches of rain or whatever, and water sat here for a while. So you can see there's a spot that's drowned it out, and where it's not actually drowned it out, it's not a very good stand. So between too much water in the spring, then not having any water in the summer, and then getting a late hailstorm in the fall, this field has been kicked while it was down, I guess is a good way to put it. It was just been beat to crap. So I'm happy to get what I am getting off of it. The hay actually treated me pretty well. I got a pretty good amount of hay off of it. But you can see this corn is a little short. And this is the spot where there's water standing for a while, and I don't know, it just is what it is, I guess. You gotta take what you can get. But a little bit about this farming not being as easy as what some people think, I think needs talked about a little bit. I know there's some YouTube channels out there and just people in general that make it look like this farming is, oh, you put it in the ground, you watch it grow, you collect your check at the end of the year. Well, it costs a lot of money to put that corn in the ground. And just, I'm going to use this field as an example, and I don't want to get into a yield contest here. That's not what I'm going for. I'm just trying to show in our area here, I think the average county yield maybe around 100, and maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. I'm not even sure. I know our average yield's well over 100. But we're not going to get into that too much here. But this field, may say it ends up averaging 40 bushels an acre. So that gives me at $3, which is actually a pretty high market price for our area. I think actually the elevator's paying maybe like $260 something, or maybe $270. But anyhow, just use $3 for easy figuring. So at $3 at 40 bushel an acre, it's costing or we're gonna get a check of $120 an acre for this field. So that kind of sounds like okay money, but when you take the seed cost for this field, which was just say you're buying corn at $200 a bag and you go 4 acres a bag, you're at $50 an acre for seed. Oh, and then you're at say $20 an acre for spray, so you're at $70. I'll say $15 for insurance, you're at $85. $30 for combining. At 105, I think, no, 110. Anyhow, is what I'm gonna just get at. You guys can add up the figures if you want. I've lost money on this field, is what I'm getting at. You know, by the time you spend $50 an acre on seed, say $20 on spray, and then just say $10 for spraying it twice, which I know is a little cheap, but I'm just using round numbers. And then you've got your fertilizer of say $80 an acre, give or take, kind of whatever you put on. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I'm thinking around 80. And then you spend $30 an acre to harvest it, $20 an acre to put it in the ground with the planter. There's not anything left of this $120 an acre that I'm getting off this field. So a guy might ask, well, what about your insurance? Don't you got insurance? Well, yeah, I do have insurance. And my other fields, luckily, I'm glad, done well enough that I don't think I'll get any insurance money at all. I like to compare farm insurance or crop insurance similar to car insurance. You almost gotta have it. But how many people out there really want to say they want to use their car insurance? They want to go out and have an accident with their car and get an insurance check to fix it. Insurance is not made to make money. Insurance is what it's made for, what it's designed for. Is so if this was my only field, or all my fields were in this state, and I didn't have other fields that made up the difference, that I won't go broke. That is the main point of insurance. And you can be self-insured if you're financially able to self-insure yourself, but most people out there with the cost of farming anymore, unless you're awful close to retirement or something, cannot afford to be self-insured because they can't hold that risk of losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the cost of equipment is just crazy. The cost of inputs are crazy, and the price of commodities suck. And that's just the long of the short of it. I know there's people who there's different insurances a guy can get that would make it easier to collect on, say, this field. If it was hailed on and got totally wiped off, I could collect on this field but not my other fields. But that insurance you can't afford. That's by section, and all my insurance would be it's thrown in all in by everything I have land with. So it don't matter, everywhere in Tripp County, which is where I farm, Tripp County, South Dakota, South Central South Dakota. All my land's thrown in a pot, and they say, okay, you're gonna get, I'm just gonna throw out some random numbers. You need to get 20,000 bushel of corn this year, and you get 20,000 bushel of corn, you don't get a check. But if you get 19,000 bushel, you get a check for 1,000 bushel. That's kind of how that works, and you know, it is what it is. But I'm not gonna get down. because of these bad fields. I'm showing you guys these fields because I just want to apparent that it's not always easy. There's actually one field that I'm going to show you guys sooner or later here, a soybean field, and you guys just have to wait. I'm not even going to say, but I'm going to show you guys a soybean field here before too terribly long. I just haven't took the time. It's been kind of cold out and crappy weather out, so I haven't took the time to make a video of it yet, but I will. But yeah, you can see this spot here is just drowned out, but then you got to go over it. It's the field's going to average enough. It's going to be worth driving the combine back and forth. It's unfortunate, but like I said, you know, I'm not going to get down. You know, it just is what it is. I just can't believe how good some of my crops were for the year that it was. I kind of was worried at one point in time that I wouldn't have to start the combine this fall, and I'm glad that the year shaped up to be different. I think the corn hybrids and the soybean hybrids have been a huge factor to that, of getting better yields in our fields. You can see there's not a lot coming in the grain tank here, but hopefully we can get done with some of these poor fields. I've done some good fields. I intend to make some videos on the good fields, some of the better fields that aren't already harvested. But I know some of you people ask here, I've done a video on Instagram the other night, a live video, and was asking if that was hailed corn because it was so short. But it wasn't. I was at least getting corn off of that. This stuff's really short, and I'm not getting much corn off of it. I don't know here, I'm going to try to get it so you guys can see that monitor. I don't know if you guys can see it or not on camera, but I'm going to try. There's the average. I guess it's making 46, but I think that's a little bit high. It's bone dry from just being dried out from the hail, and I guess that's kind of it. You know, I don't know if you guys can see that, like I said, but it's 46.3. For some reason, when the yield gets kind of low on corn, it's not the most accurate thing in the world. I've got it calibrated pretty good for around, you know, what our average yield is. It's been doing pretty good for that, or pretty close. I've been checking it with the scale and stuff, and it's been right on, within 1.5% or so. But I guess I hope you guys enjoy the videos I'm making. I haven't had a lot of videos up here the last week because the weather was been crappy. We're actually trying to get some soybeans combined on a custom job, and I blew a tire out on the rear of my combine and nobody had it, so I had to wait. The night I blew my tire out, it ended up snowing about 3 inches. And then it was cold, dreary, had a few days of showers in there, and here we are, I think about a week later, just over a week later actually, and we still haven't got done combining them soybeans. I was really hoping I could get some drone video of us combining soybeans with my friend that I custom combine with. 2 combines in the same field with a grain cart and stuff. I thought that'd be pretty sweet. But we decided a couple days ago that since I had corn to combine and things like that, one of us was going to start combining corn, and since it's my corn to combine, we decided that I'd be the one to go combine the corn, and the other combine would stay and try to finish the last day of soybean combining. But anyhow, that's a whole nother speech that I've got to get into later, but not on this video. This one's getting long enough, I think, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave your comments below. I guess no need to be too worried about me. I'm not down on myself for the crops we've had this year, and I'm pretty good. I'm going to take everything in stride, and I'm going to keep farming until I can't farm anymore. And so far, I think this year Granted, we've been through heck and back. I think this year we'll at least break even, if not maybe make a dollar or two. So there's a pheasant. I don't know if you guys can see a pheasant, but some of you guys may not have. I'll keep the video going. Maybe he'll fly out. They're a very pretty bird. He disappeared on me. They're a very pretty bird. But anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe for more.